Morning, Daryl. It's about 4 after 4 in the morning, West Coast time. The 28th of December, 2023. You know me, the Weaver Agency of Roseman, California. Okay, I caught the video that you posted out there. Wes Watson and the Far From Weak. That's the damn pot again. Give me a second here. Get my thoughts going. Morning, again. Had to get my coffee. Taking responsibility for your own actions. Now, that's something we have to keep struggling for as people dealing with the damn disease because we blame everybody else, even for our own mental defects. For instance, I could blame you for everything going wrong with my life, even though you hadn't been in it. I can hear everyone else bitterly complaining about how I wrecked their life. Of course, I haven't, but there's always that opportunity. And telling me that I am no damn good. Well, I already knew that anyway. I'm already a full-on idiot, so what the hell? I denigrate myself more because, you know, everybody else could try to do that to me. I don't care. I can denigrate myself all I want. But I also know sometimes I'm not a full-on idiot. Maybe foolish, maybe idiotic, but God didn't create, at least in my opinion, fools and idiots unless we chose to be such. Because our own actions, our own inactions, and our own decisions that we make. And at times I have to keep looking back at my own videos, in my own head, whether or not I've been trying to tell people, you're this and you're that, and you should be, you should be, you should be. No, if I'm going to continue that, I'm going to have to stop that because everyone else, and you're right about that, is responsible for their own actions, thoughts, behaviors, everything else. Got to be held accountable, transparent, and responsible. In my opinion, that's me. I have to be. That's a constant work of honesty. Now, me being honest about another person is, I think you're the most weakest person around here because I. And I have to show that mirror about myself. I have to. You see, you're worried about everybody else trying to be in one particular aspect, and I know it's your viewpoint, and I know you want to do what's right for your audience. That's fine. I mean, I've noticed that these are observations here, okay? No judgment calls. You're trying to find the most interesting topics, and I found every time I keep looking at some of these interesting topics, personal experience, I've got the damn algorithms looking to nail me one and say, show this, show this, show this. You gotta see this, you gotta see this, you gotta see this. Marketing algorithms of Google and YouTube and anywhere else. If I'm hooked up to the YouTube Google network in any form, it doesn't matter if I'm going to get it on the phone or get it on the laptops or anywhere else. They're going to say, marketing! Now you got to see this, you got to see that, you got to see this. You got to. Push, 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 push. I have to stay away from things like this. I have to, man. Because I'm getting oversaturated like crazy. It's like that on Facebook. I dealt with the grieving pages like crazy, but sometimes I'll tell you, it's an overkill. It's an overkill. And I'm getting swamped. There's no way for me to say, okay, enough, 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 enough. Of course, I have to wait for every once in a while a prompt to say, well, do you want to see more or less of the feed? I like to see less of the feed. Thank you very much. I mean, I know I like to stay relevant in those kind of pages a bit, but I think it's more for ego instead of anything else. And I have to be constantly reminded of an egomaniac that I am. I have to feed the little monster inside of me. It wants, it wants, it wants. Don't you want to know? Don't you understand? We have to have the attention. Give me a shower, give me attention. And then what kind of attention I get from the damn zeros and ones is like, oh my God, what did I ask for? Case in point, I was searching around YouTube, found the subject matters. And I'm thinking to myself, if I keep continuing to watch this stuff, I'm going to get locked in with the algorithms and I'm going to be tagged as such. They have their own opinions. They have their own, well, they have their own opinions, period. I'm not forcing change in behavior in a lot of people. At least I'm hoping not. And if I am, I got to modify that. I got to change that to talk about my story just to get it out there. And I have to be reminded on a constant basis. It's honesty. I have to work an honest program one way or another. Means I really have to look at myself as being either honest or not that honest. And if I'm not that honest, then what the hell am I doing? But then again, do I really need that? Do I really want that? I know my topic is usually dealing with grieving, mourning, and if I get triggered. And believe me, yesterday I got triggered. Dude, I got triggered like crazy, like you would not believe. Doesn't matter if I'm seeing anything or watching anything, I'll get triggered one way or another. Yeah, it's for some people, I would think and imagine, and I was almost in that kind of category anyway, that so what? You're getting triggered like this. Get on with life. You got to live life. Yeah, but when you go through the experiences I had growing up, not that easy. Not that easy. I kept looking back at it. I kept looking back at it. The thing is, I have to keep looking back at it. People say, no, 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 don't look back. Look forward. Come on, back scratcher, do something for me. Doug just out of the box is trying to find some pins I lost somewhere. Ordering some more replacements. Replacements for this, replacements for that. To realize there's no going to be more expensive replacements out there. But how does that deal with the things I'm going through? Well, replacement for this. What am I replacing it for and with? What's the reason? A reason somewhere. An example somewhere. Replacing love with hate? You gotta bottle up that crap inside of you? Oh, good lord, what kind of an unemotional robot? Or actually, what kind of, okay, there goes the observation right there. Judgment call. Okay, throw in a judgment call here. What kind of an asshole are you in the first place? You're going to be replacing love with hate, and you think that's going to be nice. Or promoting assholes are going to be doing that way. Okay, that's on your channel, not mine. We both know that we keep running into people, places, and things, events that really color our opinions one way or another. And I did say that, didn't I? Different shades of gray here. We are not the. Hang on a second, my mama's going crazy now. Gotta see what's going on with her body here. I tell you, mistakes people make, including me, cost. Even when we're sure about that we're doing the right thing, we're not. And we see the results on that one. And then tearing ourselves apart over the damn stuff. Why? Because I see it happen all the time. People are bitterly complaining about their own life or everybody else going hell in a handbasket. You want to talk about the hate? You want to talk about being labeled for this damn stuff? Wait until you get hooked, line, and suckered by the zeros and ones. And I'm talking about the marketing algorithms that they got with Google and YouTube. Now, I can make choices of seeing one thing or another, but then it's an open flux of the stuff coming at me. How to change opinion one way or another, or reinforce a behavior and thought patterns. You get me? You're talking about personas. You're talking about characterizations. You're talking about being someone else. I do that all the time. But the thing is, I try not to lock into the damn thing or personality here, unless, of course, I really want to lose my reality. I can do the voiceovers. I can do the weird things left and right. But how's that going to help me? I don't know. I can tell you that constantly focusing on all that negative and anger and hatred stuff, all that vitriol I keep seeing on YouTube because I am locked into the damn thing. I mean, some of the political stuff I keep seeing for the independents, left and right out there, they keep screaming and yelling that they got a problem concerning about news media not being truthful and honest, and then they're talking about these other people are not being truthful and honest, and they come up as righteous. They're the righteous ones. And I keep thinking to myself, you guys are all assholes. Let's face it, you guys are all assholes. You're opinionated assholes. But it's my opinion. You will believe it because I say so. I'm getting indicted by all these things. Oh, but I'm such a Trump supporter over here. I mean, I believe Trump is. I believe. Oh my God. That's gross. We worry about ourselves, about how we're being portrayed and displayed in front of others. We want to be truthful. We want to be honest. We want to be showing the best face possible. We want to show them that, you know, we're changed people. The only way we're changed is we stay sober and clean. Everything else has to be worked on like crazy. Case in point, my big brother. A long while before he got into the military, and it really hardened him up a bit, more in one way or another. He was a smartass, but he was also a fighter. If he saw an injustice happen, yeah, he's got to stick his nose into the damn thing. As a kid going through elementary school, he gave our principal over there, Holden, he gave that guy a run for his money. You know, he did get into a few fights here and there, but he didn't get expelled. You know, he didn't get expelled or expelled. You know, tossed out permanently. I know they got expulsion and they got being expelled. Something similar, you know. Still getting kicked out of there, but Ma had to fight him left and right. I tried to get my brother into school, and she had to fight my brother on that one too. Well, parents got to do what they got to do for things, but she knew my brother was a protector, fiercely protective of me. Takes always the brunt, but I still get the raw end of the deal after that from Ma. But if anybody else, forget it. He'll give them the raw deal. He didn't seek out trouble. Trouble sought him. He gets into junior high. He still gets in that same situation over there. He gets into high school. Sometimes his anger was more directed at himself, but projected outward towards people. He had what they call a learning disability. It was caught, and he was sent to a special school. He didn't fight over there, though. Almost, but not quite. Got in the military, and all of that energy of his, well, yeah, got redirected. Things happened to him in the Navy. I ain't going into that kind of detail, but he comes out a changed man. Harder, besides being physically leaner and meaner. He had to learn how to control and discipline himself. But there is a long story, and there are videos about that one. in the wind logs. My brother comes out screwed up as hell and had to be a drug addict and an alcoholic. And it took him a while to realize that. He had to go through hell in a handbasket on that one. Let's see. Damn near dying, turning into a zombie. Literally. Not eating brains, but just looking like he was thin, gaunt, and what the hell happened to him? Because he was dying in front of us. I mean, barely stabilized, yeah, but, he was still a zombie inside. It took him a long while to regain humanity in him. It took him a lot longer to regain his smart aleck personality, but he was still an asshole. He just didn't cross him one way or another. He didn't trust all that many people. I mean, he had acquaintances, but not many true friends or family members could actually deal with the guy. But they dealt with him, if they knew him. Sounds like I hold my brother in high esteem. Well, I probably do. Low, the younger brother looking up to his older brother. That's what I did all my life. And the thing is, what I didn't even realize, he was looking up at me, too. I had to take on more and more responsibilities. Instead of not, I had to keep jobs left and right. I had to keep food going. I had to keep the work going. I mean, I've been perfect at cleaning up the damn house, but at least at the jobs, I was struggling my ass off just to keep the paychecks going. And there may have been personality conflicts left and right over there, but these things happen. And my brother was important to me. He really was. Ma was important to me, too. We all have our parents to look upon, despite the fact that they were imperfect as hell. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. We had examples to live by. And that's what I was trying to do all my life. Imperfect as it was. I tried not to have the hate going on, because I'd seen how hate destroyed people left and right. And I didn't want to be that kind of a kid. I did not want to be that kind of a man. And anybody's going to be telling me that I have to bottle up that hate because they say so, because I'll be a better man. Ha! Hacks. Judgment call on that one. Fools and idiots. They want to live in their hatred? Let them be eaten up by the hatred. Let them eat up by their own vitriol. They'll be eaten up by the things that they spawned, which is their own damn crap. I understand I'm a fool and an idiot. I understand I make mistakes left and right. But I'm not pushing that stuff down on people saying, it's your fault, Mr. Artist of Recovery, for the person I am right now. Don't you understand? You may not be into my life, but I still blame you for everything else beyond what I knew about you. I'm pointing the finger of blame at you because I can do that because I'm one screwed up human being. I'm not taking personal responsibility or anything else. I'm blaming you for everything. Everything wrong in my life. I'll take the right. But you will be blamed. Characterization. Voiceovers. Ma wanted me to go with the voiceovers. I couldn't cut it. I even took a class and I still couldn't cut it. Imagine that one. I didn't even want to do the Hollywood shit. Be my guest. No. Don't want to do that one. Besides, that stuff will get me screwed over anyway. Have to perform for everybody else, jump, and don't want it. If I'm going to act like a clown, I'll act like a clown. My brother acted like a smart ass and a clown. But he wasn't out there to picking on people either. He wasn't telling them, you got to be in hatred all the damn time. You got to bottle in that damn anger, boy. You got to be that force of nature. Okay, I've got some Xanax and a straitjacket and a padded room for you with your very own therapist. Be my guest. Be my guest. So, in conclusion, boys and girls, yeah, I don't want to deal with anybody else with those kind of psychosis. They're out there. I mean, mentally and physically. I don't touch them with a 10-foot pole. They want to be in where they are. I leave them alone. It's bad enough I'm dealing with a cockroach war literally at home. I want to deal with it online. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Orkin doesn't do any online situations here. I can barely get him to do the physical ones over here anyway. So, we'll do another follow up on this one. But this is just saying good morning. You try and have a good one today, and I'll do a follow up.